everybody in your restaurant over to us and start kicking our members. Yeah. Did you paste the thing that I sent you, Gur?
Yeah, I pasted it. Here, let me go back and get it.
Yeah, post it one more time because you can see a CCP and a what's her face batting.
This horrible misrepresentation of your executives and your establishment as a whole. And the fact that you don't want to go along and doing this ABSJM just goes to show how incompetent you are as an admin of the SizzleBurger.
I don't think insulting them at this point is really going to do anything.
How are we trolling? Okay, how are we trolling? Please provide evidence. We're all open to evidence. We have our own evidence over here. So how are we trolling? How are we the ones who are trolling when you guys have no evidence to provide for us?
You weren't trolling. I would like you to explain how we were trolling.
So even after we've given you proof, you're going to side with the people who have not provided you with any proof at all. I see how this goes.
How can you call yourself a proper establishment when you can only base your employees, you can only benefit your employees on trust when we actually provide you with concrete evidence?
How many witnesses do we have?
We have like 8 people with evidence here. We have multiple pictures. We have a video. And we did not come into SizzleBurger trolling unless you have evidence to prove otherwise, other than your word, which nobody here.
Go.
Guys.
I would like you to, Fraser, however you pronounce your name, explain to me in what form or fashion we were trolling. I don't care if you can provide evidence. I want you to explain what we did that would be described as trolling. Just give me that. All right. Yeah, that's what I'm waiting for. I want to know what you define.
That's what we've been asking for the past 5 minutes.
All right, you're narrowing it down so far.
Okay, yes, we literally formulate your phrases, please. Formulate your sentences.
Yes, we walked into SizzleBurger. We are prepared to order. We lined up at each cash register waiting to be ordered. There's no reason to create an 8-man line behind one register. We were thinning out.
Given the fact that there's no space provided in said lines for 8 people to line up.
Yeah, so we were lining up to thin it out so your men would be able to help us, one at a time.
How did we nudge in?
We didn't nudge in. We went to the play.
I literally posted a screenshot. Look at this screenshot. Look at the Imgur link. How is that nudging in when each and every one of us are single persons are at one cash register each? How is that?
Furthermore, you can look at mine, the golden man, whereas I was next to the register waiting to be ordered. Actually, I was ordering, and the noob 105 cut right in front of me, but he wasn't banned. He was also.
How are we a bunch of trollers? If we were trollers, we wouldn't be in this community, complaining about this issue that's obviously prevalent.
We're not going to drop it because
your corporation.
You're misusing your admin.
Obviously, we just wanted some good service at SizzleBurger. We wanted to sit down, enjoy a meal. We went to each and every cash register.
You are misusing your admin, and now you're failing to own up to that.
Look at the screenshots. What do you not understand about the screenshots? Nothing is funny about this. How are you guys saying this is funny? This is a serious issue, and you guys working here should be the ones trying to fix this situation as being a part of crew trainers and community affairs. This is not funny. How are you guys laughing at this? Is this how you treat your customers? This is not funny, ABSJM. This is not funny at all. You just said this is funny. This is not funny at all. You just go to show your level of incompetence towards the customers, going to your joint.
How is it ironic? Explain the irony to me.
It's not ironic. The ironic part is that we're coming to your restaurant for the purpose of ordering food and sitting down and enjoying a meal.
We're giving you place visits. We're giving you popularity. We increased your server size, which then brought you even more.
We're not
people.
dropping the case. This case is not over. This case is not resolved. No way
AB.
is this case resolved.
AB, I would like to say that when we showed up at your place, there was 11 people. There is now 28 people. We provided you with popularity, and you banned us.
I mean, not just only your admin abuse within the game, but now you're coming here on the chat and you're saying you guys are funny, like this is some kind of joke. This is no joke at all. This is a serious ethical complaint that we're filing in order to get our band's appeal. And you're laughing about it. You're laughing about it. You work here and you're laughing about your customers coming to your joint or establishment, ordering food as provided in the 2 images, which I don't know if you care to look at or not, which is concrete evidence. And I'm not talking to you, Fraser. If you go up in the chat, you'll see your friend over here, ABSJM, is like, you guys are funny. What's so funny about this? What's so funny about this? This is an ethical complaint that we're filing against your company, and you think this is a joke. You're taking it as a complete joke. We're ordering food. We're going to each cash register. We're going to the restaurant as intended for the purpose of the game. We're being professional, like Lord Hammy says. You're laughing at us. You're banning us in-game, even though we're causing no trouble at all, as shown in the Imgur link and the print screen. We're causing no trouble at all, and you just show your incompetence towards us, our friends, and ultimately, I mean, all of us just might give your establishment dislikes, and you know, obviously, this is a serious issue for both us and you guys, because this is just absurd. This is insanely absurd. I just don't understand how you can laugh about it now. It's not over. It's not over. Look at the images.
No,
Where
it's
are
not
your
over
images?
because we were banned.
Where are
You're
your
saying
images? We're not going to drop it.
I don't see it. You're saying it's over.
Provide your proof. Provide your proof against mine. Look at this concrete.
All right. Yeah, Gert kind of needed to chill out. You're saying it's over because we were banned and you weren't.
Sound microphone activated.
Yeah, I'm joining back, dude. This is hilarious.
Where's the link?
Somebody get the link.
Yes, after even more.
How can you kick me from your community when I'm filing a complaint?
You just kicked us because we were being professional and super chill about it.
You kicked us
We could
because
have come
we
in
were making
here.
complaints.
We could have come in here, spammed the chat. We could have flamed you. We could have threatened you to do other things, but we didn't. We came here with proof. We were professional about it. We messaged you in the community chat room.
Okay,
We were professional
ABSJM, you're saying that people were saying in the restaurant, "Stop the trollers, please."
People
so you're
don't have
basing
admins.
You're basing it. So you're basing it
You're
on
the
the
one with
grounds
the authority.
of what other people said in the
Choose
restaurant.
what to do with that authority. Look at the proof.
No, just listen. So you're basing this off of your incompetence again, because you're literally listening to what your customers are saying instead of your own educated opinion as a moderator and as an administrator overseeing over SizzleBurger.
Just because a large
Therefore,
group of
you are
customers,
not worthy for the job title in which you
just because a
oversee.
large group of customers came to your restaurant to order food, to do what it was intended to do, to roleplay, we came there and you kicked us for ordering food. If another large group of customers came, would you kick them too? You were told.
You were told.
Yes,
you were told we were trolling.
You had
Why
no
can't
solid
you make
proof.
a
Did you see us
decision
trolling?
yourself?
Did you see us troll?
Listen,
You were
First
told.
off, for
You
a
did
second.
not see us troll.
You did not see us troll. You said you were told. You were the one with the authority. You should have got proof. You should have looked into it further. Then you should have made a decision. You had the admin, not the customers. Well, ABSJM.
You were told.
Again,
We were
ABSJM
being
just
super
said in the
professional.
chat that she also relied on what
reason-
people were saying in the store, not her own educated
The
professional
reason
decision.
we walked in a straight line was to be organized. We didn't want to cause chaos inside the restaurant. We were being super professional, as I've said the past 3 times. Yeah, exactly. Good. That was good on our part. We were trying to respect the community around us. But you guys thought we were trolls just because we were organized and just because we were being professional about it. You dealt with us the
Yeah,
other night.
you dealt with me as well the other night, and guess what? I was unbanned. I was unbanned the other night.
Because you did
Can
it
you believe that? I
unfairly.
was unbanned the other night because I was not doing anything wrong. And here I am again because of this admin abuse
User
that's
left your
rampant in
channel.
your community. Because you go,
User
it's
joined
not
your
my fault
channel.
you guys don't know how to do
So
your
what?
jobs.
He used
It's
to
your
be a
own fault.
former SL.
It's your
That's
own
fine.
fault
That's
that you
good
guys,
for him.
It's your own fault that
It
you
was
guys do not
admin
know how to
abuse
do your
because you
jobs
didn't use
properly
your
and
admin
professionally.
properly. You didn't use it properly. You didn't do justice.
And just like in this situation, we come here in the community chat to file a formal complaint against
We're
this
being
admin
super
abuse,
chill
which
about
is
this. As I
prevalent
just
against
said,
us. Lord Hammy, let me talk. Let me talk.
All
And guess
right.
what? You kick
Grr.
me from the Discord when I'm filing a complaint. Not only does that render my ability to paste the direct concrete evidence that I have in chat, but it also kicks me from when I'm trying to file a formal
just because
complaint.
we filed a complaint,
May
you
I?
kicked us from the
You're
Discord.
both.
I wasn't
Hammy,
even.
you're both getting agitated. May I, please? I would like to speak to Yerlin, since seems to be the only person willing to listen at this moment. Yerlin, me and my group here. Yes, I'm going to say group because we were together. We went to your restaurant in hopes that we could have a good time. Now I understand you guys get a lot of trolls, and I would be lying if I said I didn't do it every now and then. But in this occasion, yeah, no, we weren't trolling. We came there to order. The concept is we were sitting at a table, all of us, and there was a decent many of us. I could see why you would think we were trolls because we were wearing the same outfits and we were sitting at tables. But the thing is, we were sitting at tables minding our own business. And AB and Fraser decided they were going to walk up and kick us while we were doing nothing to them. And then we decided we were going to get up and go into the line. And we went into the line and spread it out. That's exactly.
Okay, just so you guys know, the awesome toilet man is not even part of our group. He was just a random customer at your establishment. Just pointing that out there. He's not even part of our group. He was just a random guy who was already in your establishment before we even came there. So your arguing on that basis is completely unfounded. Who is CT? What is CT? What is CT? Nobody here. What?
Community trainer, I believe. I don't know though.
Yeah, he's a crew trainer. So what about the awesome toilet man? He wasn't even with us.
Yerlin, we've also provided proof. They have yet to provide proof of us trolling. We have provided proof of us not doing
That's
any
true.
of that.
We not only do we have picture evidence, we have multiple occasions of picture evidence that we have provided, but we also have video evidence that we have as well. Whereas they have nothing. They don't have any evidence at all. So they're basing it off of what they think.
They keep telling us to drop it over and over again because we've won the argument.
Nonetheless, we got kicked for pasting proof inside the chat room because there was no other argument to
Yeah,
get back
and
to
Lord
us.
Hammy and I, Yerlin, Lord Hammy and I over here, they kicked us from your Discord because I pasted the links in chat.
I'm recording this whole thing, so if you doubt us one bit, I have solid video evidence. I can't Photoshop a video, can I?
Yeah, you're not doing this anymore.
Yeah.
See, this I'm not saying.
Yeah,
I'm not.
If you can't deal with it anymore,
hey.
hand it over to someone with higher authority. You keep saying case closed when the case just opened. We're trying to put our case forward, and you keep saying.
No, but see, this is what I'm saying. You have admin rights at your place, and the fact that you're getting mad over people complaining about your misdoing.
And the fact that you're abusing
Annie, let me speak. Let me speak. You're the one that banned us, and you can't deal with a matter that you created at your own hands. The fact that I'm sorry to say this, but your incompetence to deal with this matter is making you mad and causing you not to be able to deal with this anymore. Just shows that you are unqualified for your job title.
Yerlin, the other day.
Okay, how exactly were we trolling? Can you please explain, elaborate what actions we did?
We were trolling,
No,
but do you have any proof? Do you have any proof?
You're going to bed because you don't have solid proof of trolling.
Hammy, Gur, you're talking over each other. Shut up. One at a time. Thank you.
Microphone muted.
No, there were reports of us trolling 3 days ago, and that was overruled as well because we weren't.
And to add on to that,
after that.
to add on to that, even though we may or may not have been trolling 2 days or 3 days ago, I talked to one of your higher
No,
ups and I was actually unbanned because I was wrongfully banned. I was unbanned.
No. They reported us trolling because we happened to be there at the same time as someone else who decided they were going to troll, and they classified it as us. And that was overruled. You cannot use that against us.
You can't use it against us when I was unbanned because I appealed it. Therefore, that gives you no grounds or basis to place your argument against as well. It's not Yerlin, it's not a question of if we did or what we trolled.
Well,
if you didn't,
Yerlin seems to be only one here with some cerebral.
Seems to be the only competent person here who actually affirms to their job title.
You're saying that you didn't ban us over the fact that maybe we were trolling or we weren't trolling a few days ago. Well, you just stated that we were, and you used it as a statement to defend your argument. So you clearly did ban us with some.
Okay. Also,
from...
now that Yerlin is here, I will be able to chat in 1 minute and 50 seconds, and I will provide 2 screenshots of how orderly and non-trolly, or whatever you would call it, we were at the SizzleBurger establishment, and how we were conforming to the rules of the establishment, and how we were doing no form of alleged trolling or anything of the sorts. And in a minute here, because I was so wrongfully kicked because I was filing a complaint.
You don't want to talk about this anymore because you know you're correct. Like, I'm sorry to say that.
You can't just go off. You can't just go off when we're filing a complaint that relates right over to you.
On 3 occasions now in the chat, Yerlin has asked you to tell us what we did wrong. We even stated that you tell us what we did wrong, but you refused to. You kept saying you have to go, you kept saying case closed, and you kept saying that you don't want to talk about it anymore. You refused to give reasoning. All you need to do is write a sentence on how we trolled. Tell her our actions or him.
Because they know we weren't. Fraser left, and they know, and AB is going to leave. All right, listen. I'm gonna take over again. Yerlin, I don't mean to be rude in this case, but if I was in your position where I was handling one of my members going through this, I would not feel comfortable in them not willing to explain their actions if they're going to have the authority to remove people from the place, people that were bringing popularity to the place. Little do you know, we brought 20 extra people to the game that weren't a part of our group. When we joined, there were 11 people. When we left, there were 28 people. So I would not feel comfortable having my restaurant in the hands of someone who is not willing to explain their position of authority.
Okay, and Yerlin, if you look at the chat in a second here, I'll be pasting 2 image links that provide. The first one provides direct proof that we're all conforming and lining up in each register. Whether we were all dressed as pink people or not doesn't matter, and doesn't relate to trolling in any form. It just shows that we were conformed people, and we were just dressed as the same, which doesn't result in trolling at all.
Let's take a moment to look at that picture. Notice how many workers there are in that restaurant. Notice how many are taking the time to see if we want to be served.
Also, I may add,
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 in that alone.
On top of not serving us, we got constantly threatened with bans. There were messages up on the screen like, "Stop trolling or you get banned."
Like before we even entered the restaurant,
and they said kick time. They said ban time. They kept threatening us and they were trying to scare us off.
And not only this, but as you see in the Imgur picture, instead of actually, assessing our situation and helping their customers to get the food, which is what we came there for, they decide to go inside the lines, also disrupting the lines, which they said we were doing, but obviously we aren't. They're disrupting the lines themselves.
Video proof of us.
No, look, they're disrupting the lines themselves instead of actually going to the cash registers and getting our orders. Go ahead and get the chat logs. Go ahead and take screenshots of the chat logs and show us where we were trolling and in what scenario.
Again,
And if you do show the chat logs, make sure you show every single thing. Don't just show something where somebody was like fear or something like that. You need to show every single thing.
User joined your channel.
Again, I see 6 workers in that picture, and one of them was taking the time to try and take our order. It's kind of pathetic. If your managers aren't willing to take initiative and do the same job as your workers, then why are they managers?
Dude, I just joined the server. Sorry.
ABSJM, I thought you had to go. I thought you had to go. Why are you back trying to defend yourself when you said you had to go?
You tried to tell us to stop. Okay, you tried to tell us to stop. Where is that? Where is that evidence?
What?
Show us where that evidence is. And second of all, show us what. What were you trying to stop?
Okay.
Let's just let me sort this out. Let me sort it. 1 second.
Hammy, girl, can I
speak something? Hold on.
Hammy.
ABSJM, if you don't have any proof, just type it in the chat. You don't have any proof of us trolling. That would end so many arguments. That would take us to a conclusion. Just say that in chat that you don't have it, and then we could be over with. What we're assuming right now is that you may have evidence, and that's why we keep on pressing our case.
Furthermore, the only grounds you have to say that we were trolling is when we were outside. You asked us to go inside, and we went inside, and then you banned us.
Yes, that's another situation where we have video recording of where we all lined outside of the drive-thru without a vehicle, and you guys came over. You guys came over, and first of all, you said you're blocking the line. Please leave. And first of all, there was no line. We were the only ones in the drive-thru. However, that's not important. What's important is you told us to get out of the drive-thru, and we left the drive-thru and went inside the restaurant.
That's good.
Do you or do you not deny this? And if you do deny this, where is your evidence? Where we have evidence and you do not.
If you do deny this, I have video evidence. Or don't deny it. Yeah.
Dude. Hey, Kevin, what's up? Kelvin, sorry. Hey. The eye shows.
Steve, thank you, Fraser.
Thank you. That's all we asked for.
See, thank you for
Thanks,
actually
Fraser.
admitting you're at fault, Fraser. We appreciate that. We definitely appreciate your maturity in this matter.
Again, Zerlin, we walked inside, we lined up at a register, 1 person per register, and we waited to be served. When someone walked up to me, I told them I wanted a bowl of lettuce. And that was it.
Demon Shimmer here.
Okay, and on top of this, now that Fraser, is being the mature one here and actually,
Taking some sort of initiative.
accepting, taking an initiative to claim responsibility for this, we still have 1 more ABSJM who isn't even saying anything, who isn't even arguing.
All we want is an apology. That's all we want. We'll get off your Discord. We'll leave.
And to be
bothering you.
unbanned because we were unrightfully banned.
That's all we want is an apology. Because we don't think we did anything wrong. You obviously do. We've come into your Discord to complain, and you've treated us very unruly until Zerlin came around. I would like an apology from AB. I appreciate that, Fraser. Again, this is nothing against either of you two specifically. If anyone else were doing it, we would be here complaining as well. Thank you, AB. Alright, as soon as we've confirmed we're unbanned by Zerlin, we will be leaving. And I appreciate your cooperation.
What you doing, bro?
And we appreciate your cooperation now. And, we hope that this type of thing may not happen again in the future so we can continually visit and enjoy your establishment.
I'm going to be honest with you guys right now.
Now, Fraser, we appreciate your maturity in this matter.
I have a fucking bump on my ear right now, and it hurts like all hell. I'm just being honest with you. Hammy, I don't think